This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. So glad to have you with us. Mike Tirico next to Greg Olson here in the booth. Off we go from South Philly. We'll start at the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position. To start this drive.
At their own 27-yard line.
Until he gets to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
So, first and 10 here now at the 38. They'll stay on the ground. And a hard-earned yard as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
Here now, second and 9 from the 39-yard line. Here's a first carry for their running back. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Drake Jackson out of Southern California on the stop.
Now third and 5.
Third and 5. So the Eagles will use their first time out here to talk things over before third down. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and we come out to the 20-yard line. On the ground, here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
Gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ready? Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
He'll look to throw. This one caught by the back out of the backfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That one good for 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard
The defender
line.
has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Savon Rebel on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Cowboys' 42-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go, here we go. Go.
Back to throw. He gets that into the hands of Wilcox. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 16 yards. Good for an Eagles first down.
Pat the 60, pat the 60. Ready?
They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set. Cowboy 80, Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 19 tight, 19 tight. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Let go.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd
All
down
things
and
considered,
10.
it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That one intercepted. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Dallas.
You know, it always amazes me, Mike, that these guys have all this energy, that following a long return like that then they can get into these big, elaborate celebrations. But listen, I don't blame them. You're a defensive guy. You don't get the ball in your hands very often. When you score, man, you better make the most of it.
The extra point from Carty is good. And the Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead.
Joshua Carty to kick off.
Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken at the 7. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready up.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll begin here on the ground. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
He'll drop to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. 18 yards on the connection. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Just a really nice, simple play design. Just get the ball to one of your playmakers on an underneath crossing route, and he does the rest to secure a nice gain. That's just good, simple execution.
Come on, come on.
On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
The trend around the league, Mike, is that we've seen that running back has really turned into a young man's game. And there's something to be said for having some fresh legs, fresh out of college. They love the dynamic ability this guy brings to their rushing attack, and it's clear why.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up the throw. The throw here is complete. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the 1st down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the 1st down, just not here.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Timberwolves. 79 Broncos. Let's go.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. A pickup of 15 in the air. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
Ready, ready.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, shot. Viking 18. Let go.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. That his 2nd TD catch of the season.
So often these defenses come into the game, Mike, and when they build their pass defense plan, there's tight ends, there's receivers. There's so many weapons that these offenses around the league have at their disposal. It can be easy sometimes to not account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what happened here. Easy throw, get into the hands of one of the most dynamic guys on the field, and let them do the rest after the catch, and he takes it in for a touchdown.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
is going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of sevens on the scoreboard. And we're back in Philly in a moment. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 1. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He's beyond midfield to the 45. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Eagles 7. Joshua Carty to kick off.
Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
23-yard line.
On the ground, and he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
On the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Back! 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready, ready?
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
Eagles, first down.
It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Philadelphia.
37-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
They'll look to throw here on first down. It hangs up a bit too much. It's intercepted. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
19 Tiger. Let's go. Ready.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chain.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Here we go, here we go. Drop goal 80. Steady.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Second and 10.
79 Broncos. Get up. Viking 18.
Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
Got it. Ready? Reload. Reload.
And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
Ready? Unlock line. Here we go. Set.
Going back in the backfield. We'll get the carry here. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
That's good.
Call it a gain of 13. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
10 at the 34-yard line.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
At the 32-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 8.
Rig alert. Rig alert. Cougar 19.
Now, faking the give. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Abdul Carter. He gets in there to drop him for a big loss. And now it's 3rd and long.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. They'll run it on the inside handoff. And they'll wind up getting about 6, but he is stopped well short of the 1st down marker. It is 4th down.
Gain of 6 yards.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
The Eagles going to send their field goal unit out. This is going to be from 53 yards out. That one is good. And the Eagles are back within 4 at 14-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
At their own 31-yard line.
start on the ground. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
He'll get this complete. It's George Pickens. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. So 31 yards on this play. A second big one in a row, and another first down. They'll try the right side this time. And he shows off those strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Here's 2nd and 2.
Hawk 70, Hawk 7, alert, alert.
They'll stick with him again. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, Dallas. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Cowboys 21, Eagles 10. Joshua Carty to kick off.
Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First down team at their own 27-yard line.
Let's go now. Panther 60, Panther 60. Dragon 60. Go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And the Cowboys are going to take over here up near the 40.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Rocco switch, Rocco switch. Set, steady.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage. And I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet you he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Set. 60's ready.
Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop it for no gain yet again. And now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard.
Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Third and 9. Throwing now from the gun. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Back to the ground after the penalty. He's inside the 25. And he's got another one. Touchdown, Cowboys. That is his third touchdown of the game and his 9th for the year. So his big first half continues. 3 rushing touchdowns already. Maybe has to start looking at the record book to see if he can do it. The record in a game is 6.
Joshua Carty to kick off.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. They go 3 tight ends here on first and 10.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's a designed run. And he'll be forced out of bounds and pick up a couple on that one.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Cowboy 80.
Now a throw here. It's backwards. He might be looking to throw this. Oh, he's got a man open, and it's caught. And he's going to be taken down, but he has the first down. Good execution of the double pass.
Joshua Carty to kick off.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. And the kicking team is right there, stopping him before he can get to the 15-yard line.
Let's go. 79 Broncos.
And that is really well read defensively. They get him down back at the 9-yard line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
So after the loss on first, here's second and 14.
Here we go. Shot. 60 Maverick. 60 Bison. 6. Cup 19. Cup 19. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
And you see the coach on the sideline just kind of shake his head. He's got to have a conversation with his quarterback to just make better decisions. I mean, that was almost his third interception of the game. He's got to just take a deep breath. Don't continue to force throws into bad spots. Take what's there, find the open target, and maintain possession.
Come on. 18, Pioneer. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Dragon 60. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. He's got it inside the 30. And he will take this one in. 90 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A huge play there. They go in the air. We only see a few touchdowns of that length all year. They go from backed up to in the end zone for a touchdown.
It is, Mike. In this case, most teams are saying, let's just pick up a first down. At the very least, give our punter some room out of the end zone. But not this guy. He's thinking taking it to distance, and that's exactly what he was able to do.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he's out past the 30 and out of bounds. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the second half.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Jalen Carter out of Georgia makes the tackle.
It's a pick up of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. They get 12 yards on that pass. That's good for a Dallas first down.
First down, Dallas.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's complete left side to Pickens. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
27 more yards.
A gain there of 27 yards.
First down.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a run at the gun. And good, hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. It's 3rd and 4.
Let's go now. Go.
Again, here comes Blue.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Dallas.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Hardy now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. The Cowboys will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Eagles 17. Joshua Hardy to kick off.
Here's Cardi now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Okay, ready? Stephanie! 60 average. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready, ready?
Back to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball. And this will be incomplete.
So something they teach these defenders, especially in the secondary, Mike, is to trust your eyes. Don't panic. Don't overcommit until you see where that ball is being thrown. And it's a great example here. The defender just trusting those eyes, breaking on the ball, and he almost comes away with the pick.
Ready, ready.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Come on, come on. Set.
And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Abdul Carter there to bring him down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Go.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, Poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on fourth and wind up turning it over on down.
Yeah, when you find yourself down big here in the second half, you have to maximize every possession. And that's exactly what the coach tried to do, going for it on fourth down. Give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead. But it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop. And that's going to make their chances of coming back that much more difficult.
And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with first and goal.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Ball resting on the 9. First down and goal. Here's a run. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
It's a loss of 1.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal?
So it'll be second and goal when we return. We are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. So push back to the 11-yard line for second and goal.
19, 18, go!
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. To the goal line and in. Jaden Blue. Touchdown, Cowboys. These scores have to be a relief to this team, Greg. Looking at going 0-3 instead, a fourth quarter lead, and it looks like win number 1 is on the way.
Absolutely, and at this stage of the season, still being early, this is about as close to a must-win as it gets. Historically, teams that avoid 0-3 starts by getting back to 1-2, the likelihood of them being in that playoff picture is drastically different. So, big win today when they needed it the most.
17. Joshua Carty to kick off.
Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. He fields it at the 8. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Ready! Ready!
They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
They just have to be better on first down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and